Residents of Elelu village in the Erah community, Owan East local government of Edo State, have declared a total ban on the sale and consumption of beef following a spate of abductions and killings allegedly perpetrated by suspected herdsmen. During a protest on Saturday, the villagers, men, women, and children decried the increasing insecurity, vowing to relocate to the government house if authorities fail to intervene. According to them, over 7 persons have been killed or abducted within 2 weeks. The slain include Vigilante Commander Victor Ogedengbe, Edekin Igalo, and Abdullahi, all described as community defenders murdered while resisting armed invaders. Our forests are now dens of terror. Our mothers can't farm. Our youths are hunted. Our markets are empty, said spokesperson Fred Inike Eleburu. This is no longer just insecurity, it is a slow genocide. The community demanded the establishment of security checkpoints, a forest flush-out operation, sustained military presence, and urgent food relief for displaced farmers. If our homes are no longer safe, we will sleep at the doorstep of the leadership until we are heard, Eleburu warned. Chief Julius Unigbe and Joseph Edairu lamented that residents no longer sleep with both eyes closed, while others shared accounts of kidnapped family members still missing. Blessing Ogedengbe, widow of the slain vigilante, appealed for government support to raise her children. The villagers insisted the beef ban was symbolic protest. We won't keep supporting a system built on our blood and tears. Really sad coming from Edo State this morning. What are your thoughts on this report?
It's regrettable that we keep talking about one form of killing or the other in Nigeria, especially like I said, what has been happening in Nigeria over the years is not genocide. I wonder what again is genocide. The simple definition of genocide is an attempt to wipe out a particular people for no other reason other than their ethnic or racial background. The only reason I don't like you is because of where you come from, not because you are bad, not because you have done anything. The only reason we come against you is because of where you come from, because by circumstances of birth you come from a place different from where we come from, not realizing the fact that nobody determined or chose where he come from. Even the person that claimed to come to a particular place, I mean, these things are, you are from here because you are told you are from here. If you were, by circumstances of birth, you were born in another location by parents or even if, given by something happened, you were swapped, you probably be somewhere else. So to kill people just for that reason, and then this is a genocide. The genocide that has been happening in Nigeria seems to be a genocide anchored on land grabbing. And like people in the Benue, we say, the Benues and Plateau communities have their names being changed. A place you come today, the name is so thing. By the time you come, the invaders, having wiped out people there, occupy the place, change the name. What leaves me more flabbergasted than even the act is that the government seems, I don't want to use the word have run short of ideas. No, because if you say they have run short of ideas, it suggests that at some point they had ideas before they run short of it.
The reports this morning, we were being told that we're winning the war against terrorism.
Yeah, you see, it's like I was with one of your colleagues in your sister's studio the other day. I gave him an analogy. You see, if I ask you a question now, and let me ask you the same question I asked him. Have you received the 1 million naira I sent you today? Have you?
No, I haven't.
No. And let me also shock you. You will never ever receive it because I didn't send any such money to you. But you see, I can go ahead and keep telling you that, I sent this amount to you, and you keep expecting it. But if you expect till thy kingdom come, you will not see it because I never made any such transfer to you. So you are never ever going to get it, at least not from me, at least not at this particular time. So it's the same thing. And you keep telling us you have improved security. These are something that can be felt, just like the analogy I gave with the money. If I had transferred money from you, even if there is network issues, glitches, the way we have it in Nigeria, it's only a matter of time before it is rectified. It's only a matter of time before you get to your bank and say, oh, this person said this. Either you get it or you come back to me and make the complaint that, oh, I'm not seeing it, then I cross-check from my own end and know what happened. But if none of such thing happens, you will never ever get it. No matter how expectant you are, no matter how much I tell you I sent, how many times I reiterate I sent. So it's not about telling us every now and again, oh, we are winning the war. You see, when you win a war, it's evident. If there is a war going on, when you win a war, the enemies are on the run. Look at what happened in Russia. The drone sent into Russia by Ukraine over the day. Zelensky, yesterday or 2 days ago, over the weekend or something, Zelensky didn't have to keep saying, oh, we have. It's evidence. We had pictures of the air base in Russia destroyed. We had pictures of the, over, dozens of airplane, war airplane destroyed. It can be seen. We have had reaction from Putin that, oh, it's something you see. It's not a hearsay.
It's not a feeling.
Yeah, no, it can be felt, but it's not a hearsay. It is not a make good story. If I have done something and I say, oh, we are winning this war, you could see it. See, you can only tell a blind man that maybe there is oil in the food. You can't tell him that there is salt.
Wow.
In the food, because he would taste the food. I mean, the food is eating. He will know whether there is salt in it or not. You can't tell a blind man that it is raining it is raining when he is outside. If it is raining, he will feel the rain. So it's not even about. So it's the same thing. If we are winning the war, we will know. People will walk the street. People will plant and harvest. Just yesterday, there was a mass burial in Benue State. Not long ago, I think at the weekend also in Benue State, the Catholic Church have closed down some.
Now before we go over there, do you think that this thought by people in Edo State just now to stop taking beef is going to pose any form of a solution? On one hand, on the other hand, do you agree with the spokesman when he said that if critical change doesn't come as regards security, mobilization of security to come through the forest, everybody is going to move to the government house and sleep on the floor till their problems are resolved? Now, these two approaches, do you think there are things that are going to fix the core security problem we currently experience?
You see, with regard to the rejecting beef, you see, these guys, these killers, are basically called herdsmen, and we all know what heads are heads of cattle, and that's where beef come from. These guys, the major reason they give for doing this is, as they carry their heads of cattle, they are foraging into people's farmland, destroying your crops because they want their heads to feed. So what these people are doing is a protest. Whether it will send a message to these people is a different thing. Let me tell you something I heard from my mom years ago. I think both parents, it's an Igbo saying that, the mother hen says it cries. Now, I don't know how where the mother hen told them those stories and you hear those animals spoke, but it says the mother hen says it cries when its chick is taken by the kite, not because it wants the kid to have mercy and release the chick. The kite hears the cry of the mother hen, but that's not the reason the mother hen is crying, so that the kite will have pity on it and release it. It cries so the world will hear and know what has happened to it, so that it will be evidence that, when this happened, this is what happened. At least you cried out. So they are protesting. In other climes, there's something also called voting with your leg. People vote with their leg. If I'm tired of you or a situation, I walk out. It's called voting with the leg. So what they are saying is this: even if they have power. They have no power to do anything, but at least they can symbolically reject beef meat. So it's symbolic that in years to come, it may be depending on how long they drag it. If somebody asks them, oh, why don't you eat beef meat? They can say, oh, we stopped eating beef meat for so incident. It will become historical. It's akin to what happened in the Bible days when I think it's Israel fought with the angel, and then he had his hollow disjointed also. So for that reason, they were given a sign that, oh, don't eat hollow, but it's something symbolical. It's a symbol that, okay, why don't you do this? It is because of this. So I think I agree with them. Then to go into government house, I mean, the people are frustrated. The government have, I would always talk about social contract. If you are conversant with the Hobbesian theory and John Locke theory of state, it's assumed that we entered into a contract with government. I doubt Nigerians government are aware of this, or maybe they were not there when other citizens had contract with their government. But you see, that contract is, I surrender my power to this huge entity, the Leviathan. This entity in turn protects me and save me from, using might against whoever comes to me. Before the era of the state, it was a case of if you wrong me, I respond in a way I deem fit. So you could slap me, or let me use the Nigerian language, you gave me a bad eye, as they say locally, and with that bad eye, I may think that the right thing is to chop off your head, and I do it. Nobody queries me as far as I have power enough to do it. But you see, in surrendering our power to the state, that is no longer allowed. If I'm wronged by you or anybody, I report to the authority. Now, this authority, in the case of Nigeria, seems to have largely failed the people. So what the people are saying is that since this authority has failed, maybe we will march to government house. Maybe by the time we all go there, they will be reminded that, oh, there is a set of people in Erah who have become homeless because their shelter has been taken away from them, because their farmland has been taken away from them. Maybe, only maybe, that may prick the conscience of the government to act. So I think they are in order. My only quarrel is the way security persons around this government operate, if they would even be given that chance to come near. But however near they can go, a statement would have been made.
Thank you.